So whenever there is a diagram question, what you have guys to do is you have to write about, you have to draw the diagram and then you have to write about it, okay? All the marking parts, whichever you have marked, you have to write something about that. Then only you will get 2 marks, okay? For that particular question. Understood? Okay. Then today we'll start with the next thing, simple permanent tissue. And what are simple permanent tissue? What are permanent tissues? Last time we have discussed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What are simple permanent tissues?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am,
No, I
ma'am,
mean
these tissues
permanent.
these
Permanent.
tissues are specialized to lose their ability to divide.
Yeah, permanent tissue will lose their ability to divide. Tissues which lose their ability to divide are called permanent tissue, and they are of 2 types. One is simple permanent tissue, other one is complex permanent tissue. Okay. Now for simple, there are 3 types. Okay. First, it is, and this simple, it is only one layer of one type of cell will be present. Okay. Now 3 types. The first one, it's parenchyma. Okay. Next, collenchyma.
Ma'am, can you show? Start.
What?
You can explore a little bit. I want to see the. Oh, yeah.
And last one, sclerenchyma.
It's simple and complex.
In the simple, you have this. Only one type of cells will be present here, and there are, yeah, in this there are 3 types, that is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. In the parenchyma, okay, in parenchyma, we have cells which are spherical, oval, and polygonal, any shape. Okay, and they are elongated. Elongated means, yes, sir. Tell me. You're correct. Tell me, Arham.
I mean stretched.
Yes,
It's like,
correct. Yeah. So this cells are spherical. They may be sphericals. Here the cells sphericals. They may be sphericals, oval. Also they can be round, or they can be polygonal, or they can be elongated in shape. Okay. Their wall is thin, and they are made up of cellulose. Wall thin, and they contain cellulose. Okay, and they are living cells. Okay, these cells will be closely packed like this. Okay,
Ma'am, can I use the washroom and come?
yes, they are closely packed, and they have only small intercellular space. Okay, small intercellular space, very little space, because they are very closely packed. Okay, understood? They may have. Okay, now they perform various functions like photosynthesis, storage, also secretion. Okay, these are the points of parenchyma. Next, if the parenchyma contains chloroplast, right? What will be what will help in, if the parenchyma cells contain chloroplast? Oh, what function it will perform?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I think it will help in photosynthesis.
Yes. So correct. Perfect. Yes. So photosynthesis. And this parenchyma is called chlorenchyma. I'll write here this in different. Okay. Chlorenchyma. Now in the aquatic plants, right? They have this. They have air cavity. Some cells have parenchyma cells have air cavities, which will help in, which will provide buoyancy. Buoyancy means flotation, right? So that the aquatic plant can float, will occur in aquatic plants. Okay, and this type of parenchyma are called parenchyma.
Ma'am, ma'am, what you have written at the last, provide
Provide buoyancy, parenchyma. Okay. So these all are the things about parenchyma. Next, we'll go for the collenchyma. So these things, what they will process. Here the wall is thin, right, in parenchyma, right? In this, the wall will be thickened only at particular corners, like particular localized place. Okay, on localized thickening. Suppose this is the cell. Yeah, there is localized thickening. Not all the parts are thickened here. Only localized thickening on cell walls. And they have elongated cells. What they will contain? They will contain cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. These all are polymers. These walls contain cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin. Here what it will contain? Only cellulose in parenchyma. And here in the collenchyma we have cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. Okay. Here the intercellular space will be absent.
Ma'am, after hemicellulose, what is written, ma'am?
Pectin. They are used for mechanical support. Okay. I'll show you the experiment here where I have. Yes. See, this is our parenchyma and this is our collenchyma. Only thickening in the particular part, localized thickening, and they have no space. Here, spaces is there in the parenchyma. Okay, everyone understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So this collenchyma, mechanical support and bending of the parts, bending various parts of the plant. Okay. The last thing we have is sclerenchyma. They make plant hard and stiff. They are dead tissues. They have long. They are my cells. Their cells are long and narrow. And walls. Their walls. What is here? What is happening here is thick and thick. This thickening is due to lignin. Their wall contains lignin, so there is thickening, and the thickening will be uniform. Here. Okay, understood? You can see the difference, right? In parenchyma there is no thickening and they have cellulose, and in the collenchyma there is thickening but at localized part, and they have cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. And in sclerenchyma, what is the thickening is there? There is uniform thickening because they have lignin. Understood? And here also no space. Intercellular. Everyone got it? No, before
Ma'am,
that
can
I
you
have.
show it once again, ma'am? I was just writing the last one.
Okay, Arham. Tell me difference between parenchyma and sclerenchyma.
What, ma'am?
Parenchyma and sclerenchyma. The difference. Tell me the difference.
Um, ma'am,
See, when you see colon, right? It is like corner. Corner. You can remember that. So it will be localized thickening, and they will have three things. That is cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what we are left with? We are left with parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Then this sclerenchyma, they are like dead cells. Okay, dead people are, will be scared, right? So sclerenchyma, dead cells. So they will be containing thickening, uniform thickening, and they due to lignin. Okay. Now last thing is left is parenchyma. Now parenchyma, what is there left? So their wall will be thin and they will contain cellulose. You can keep it in mind and remember this. Okay. Now Arham, can you tell me?
What, ma'am?
Now can you tell me difference between parenchyma and sclerenchyma?
Parentyme and clean. One is
Sclerenchyma are dead cell, so they are thicker, and they what will why they are thicker? Because they contain lignin. Okay. Now this parenchyma, their wall is thin and they contain cellulose, and they are living cell. Okay. And this collenchyma is also living. Only this sclerenchyma is dead cells. Okay. Now, Razi, tell me difference between collenchyma and sclerenchyma.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, sclerenchyma they have dead cells. They are
Sclerenchyma.
sclerenchyma are dead. They have dead cells. They are elongated and narrow in shape,
Hmm.
and they make the plant hard and stiff,
Hmm.
and they have no intercellular space. And ma'am, collenchyma
They also don't have
intercellular
space.
space.
Yes, what is the difference?
Ma'am, difference.
Yes.
The cell wall of sclerenchyma is made up of lignin, and the cell wall of collenchyma is made up of cellulose. What was that? Hemicellulose?
Yes.
And pi- pi-
Pep,
uh,
pep,
pip- pip-
pectin.
peptide. Yes, ma'am, peptide.
Then
And collenchyma provides mechanical support to a plant, whereas sclerenchyma don't. And
no, sclerenchyma also provide mechanical support. Okay.
sclerenchyma also.
Yes. The main difference you can say no. Collenchyma corner they have localized thickening. Collenchyma has localized thickening, whereas this sclerenchyma they don't have localized thickening. I have shown you. You can see this picture. See, there is localized thickening. Here, everywhere it is thickening, right? In the sclerenchyma, you can see the difference between these three, right? Okay. Next, we will study about the protective tissues. What is there? Epidermis. This is the outermost layer of the cell. Like our skin is outermost layer, right? For us, for the plants, the outermost layer is epidermis, and this is single layer. They contain only single layer of cell. So in the dry region plants, what will happen? The cells will be thicker. The cells will be thicker, so it will prevent water loss because this epidermis will have cutin, waxy cutin. Okay, in dry region, thicker. Why? For protection against water loss. How is that possible? Because epidermis will contain outer coating, waxy outer coating, which is called cutin. So think it as like this epidermis will be having the waxy coating, which will make it as cuter, so that is called cutin. Okay. Now in aerian plants, aerial. What is aerial? The in the air parts of the plant. So here also the epidermis will be having a waxy coating, secret waxy coating. So they will be water resistant layer. For what? For protection. If the aerial part, right? Aerial part there is direct sunlight, right? So what they will contain, the epidermis will be having waxy coating. They will secrete waxy coating and is for the protection from loss of water. Then if any mechanical injury, any injury happens, so it will protect. Okay. And also parasites, invasion by parasites. And this layer, they are continuous layer without intercellular space, and most of them, the cells are most cells are flat. Then their outer wall is thicker. Okay. In the roots, right, they help in the absorption, water absorption. They have long, hairy parts. So this will increase the surface area. So in the roots, right, in the roots, the epidermis will be containing hair, long hair like parts. So this will increase surface area for water absorption. Okay, now this epidermis will be having pores, right? In the pores, what are the pores? They have guard cells for exchange of gases. Okay. Now, what is epidermis? Epidermis is outermost layer of cell and it is protective tissue, right? And it is simple tissue. Okay. It contains single layer of cell, and in the dry region plant, they may be having a thicker wall, right? And they will have the outer covering, right? Outer coating, which is called cutin. Again, why? Because of water loss, to fight against the water loss. Then, in the aerial part of the plants, the epidermis will secrete waxy coating, which is water resistant layer, which make this epidermis as water resistant. Then we have why do we need that? Because why do these plants need that? Because loss of water, right? Protection from loss of water, mechanical injury, and protection from the parasites. And they are continuous layer, okay, without intercellular space, no intercellular space. And the cells, they are mostly flat and their outer wall will be thicker. In the roots, right, epidermis will be containing long hair parts which will increase the surface area for water absorption. Now, if, we also have in this epidermis will be having pores, and in the pores we have this stomata, right? Stomata, which will contain guard cells, which is used for exchange of gases. Understood? Everyone understood?
Yes.
And okay, Advika, you're there.
Hello, yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay. And next we have the cortex.
Ma'am, cortex is like the covering, right?
Yes, when this epidermis, when the plants get older, right, the outermost covering will become cortex. They'll become dead cells. I told you about secondary meristem, right? How they will become this secondary meristem will keep on dividing and it will become cortex, and they will form cork. Layer of cells, the tiny layer of cells called cork, which are dead cells. Here the cells are dead. Why this is white paper? Okay, cells are dead and they are packed. No intercellular spaces. Mostly you have seen there are no intercellular spaces. Only except which tissue you have intercellular spaces?
Parenchyma.
Parenchyma. Only small that too only small intercellular space. Okay. Now this is packed and no intercellular. Their wall will contain suberin, which will not allow any fluid to pass through them. Okay. So in this layer there won't be any exchange of gas and water. Okay. In the cortex area. Everyone understood? So that's all about the protective tissue. This cortex will give strength to the plant. Mostly this woody plants, right? They will be having the cortex. You have seen the thickening, right? So thick because of this cortex. They will have a cork also. Understood, everyone? Okay. In the next class, we'll learn about the complex permanent tissues. Okay. Now I'm going to ask Shazan. Yes, in the desert region, right? Plants, how will they adapt?
Just once more, can you tell the question? This also.
In the dry regions, okay, the plants, how they will adapt? Focus on the epidermis.
Once more.
Tell me.
Right.
Arham,
Yes, ma'am.
did you understand this?
Mm, a little bit.
What didn't you understand? Just tell me, Arham.
Um,
You understood in the dry region what the plants will have epidermis, right? The outermost layer. So see, our skin, right, will protect us from many things, right? Our skin. Likewise, the plants have epidermis, and they will also protect the plants from various things, right? So in the dry region, how will it protect? They will have this epidermis will have waxing coating, waxy coating, okay, like wax, okay. The honey will, if you remove the honey, there will be wax left, right? So this there will be waxy coating in epidermis, wax-like, and it is called cutin. So this will make the epidermis thicker, and this will protect because it is thicker, right? There won't be many water loss because it contains stomata also, right? It will stop the stomata from exchanging water and I mean water loss from water loss. Okay, understood? Through stomata only water loss happens, right? Yeah. So it will be thicker. Understood, right, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Arham, tell me in the dry region.
What, ma'am?
Yes, tell me what will happen to epidermis? How will it help the plants to adapt?
Help the plants to
Adapt.
adapt.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Razi? Yes, sir. Tell me, Arham.
What should I tell?
Yes, you were telling, right? In the dry region, what will happen?
It will help the plant to attack.
Attack.
Sorry, no, adapt. Sorry.
Adapt how?
Uh, um,
This is the layer, okay? Arham, think it as this is the layer, okay? Cells. This is the epidermis. What? There. So in this, there will be coating. Okay, Arham?
this one.
So this coating, what it will do? Because of this, there won't be many water loss. In the dry region, there is scarcity of water, right?
This one.
So this epidermis will contain waxy coating, and that waxy coating is called cutin. This, Arham, you understood now?
This one.
Okay, Shazan, tell me about this next epidermis, how it will help plants to adapt in the aerial parts of the plant. How it will adapt. Shazan, you're there? Shazan? Okay. Razi, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, Razi.
Ma'am, for aerial parts.
Hmm.
Aerial parts.
Yes.
Ma'am, they will have waxy coating which will make them water resistant and protect them from water loss, invasion of parasites, and there was
Mechanical injuries.
yes, ma'am, mechanical injury. This is all.
Yeah, this mechanical injuries are like if we do something to them, they'll get injured, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All this. Okay. And in the roots,
In the root part, the epidermis will have hair-like structures, and
why? For what? What it will do? It will increase the surface area. So
Yes, ma'am.
surface area is increased. So what will happen? More water will come.
Yes, ma'am.
They can absorb more water from the soil.
Yes.
Okay, and they will also contain pore, right? That is called stomata. The stomata will have guard cell, which is used for exchange of gas. Now, cortex, what do they contain?
Cortex.
Yes, what do they contain?
Ma'am, their cells are made up of cork-like substance.
Yes, they. What do they contain?
I'm not sure.
These cells, what do they contain? For not allowing the fluid to pass through.
Ma'am,
What is that
like,
substance?
What was
Suberin.
Suberin, yes, ma'am, Suberin.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so understood, right? Sharia, understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Did you understand parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma? No. Shazan, you're there?
Yes, ma'am.
You're there.
Yes, ma'am. Now,
You left, right?
no, I didn't try to go somewhere.
Okay, tell me about the epidermis.
Epidermis.
Yes. Tell me its various adaptation
Okay.
in the desert plant, in the aerial parts of the plant, and in the roots.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
I didn't understand epidermis, clearly.
Which which one? Which one you didn't understand? So in aerial region they will have the waxy coating which is called cutin. No, in dry region they will have a waxy coating called cutin. Okay, and they will make the cell thicker. So this will prevent water loss. Understood? Everyone understood? Now in the aerial part they will secrete waxy coating, okay, which will make the layer water resistant, and then which will protect the plants from the water loss, mechanical injuries, and invasion of the parasite. Then, and in the what is that, roots, they will contain long hair like structure, right, which will increase the surface area of the epidermis, and which will help in the absorption of water. Okay, understood? All these things only I was asking. Now, Shazan, tell me.
I'm still not clear, ma'am.
Okay, which one you're not clear about?
Aerial parts of the roots.
Aerial parts. What is there in this? This epidermis will secrete waxy coatings, right? Which will make the that epidermis as water resistant layer, and also it will protect the plants from
Epidermis secret, ma'am, what?
secrete waxy coating.
Oh.
Here the waxy coating is cutin, but here I have not given the name. Okay. Now this will help in the will protect the plants from water loss, and also mechanical injury, and also invasion by parasites, like if fungi or any parasites like worms, all those come, right? So this waxy coating will be there, so it will prevent this parasites to come inside the body of the plant. Understood, Shazam?
I'm a little bit understood. Like it secretes waxy coating. It is a water resistant layer.
Yeah, it will make water resistant, so water will not come.
It protects it from mechanical injury and from parasites and
Invasion of parasite. What do I mean by invasion of parasite? You know? Yes, Razi?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Ma'am,
is invasion of parasite?
I'm like when insect starts eating the leaves and the down.
Right, insects, parasites like fungi, right, they will come, and so this layer will prevent this parasite, this fungi, to get inside the cells, the tissues of the plant, right. We have skin, we prevent many, because we have skins, we prevent many parasites from coming inside. This is the first protection layer for us, right? Likewise, for plants also, the first protection layer is epidermis. Shazan, understood, Shazan? Okay, fine. It's good. Any doubts? No, right? Arham, Shazan, Sharia, Kazi? Okay, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.